welcome to another adventure with Coffee Guy 419. Today I am going to ride up to Marblehead to the lighthouse and also plan to visit our coffee corner. Get a good cup of coffee. It's one of my favorite places to go, so I'll take you with me and see what else we can get into. It's supposed to be a beautiful day, maybe some thunderstorms this afternoon, so we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get wet, maybe not. And I visited our coffee corner probably 3 weeks after they opened. It was about 3 years ago, I think now, and we liked it. They have a really cool shop. They've got bubble tea for the kids. They've got hot tea, hot coffee, cold coffee, all kinds of cool selections. And they also have a really cool shop. They've got some really unique teapots and stuff, so I'll try to grab some pictures of that or video of it if I can, and kind of look around the shop a little bit when I get there. Got a nice little dining area, and then there's a pond outside where you can sit around and enjoy the water and the fountain. So yeah, go check that out. I try to ride up there. I rode up there several times last year before I had GoPro, so I'll probably ride up there a few times this year. We'll see what you think. Arcadia. I always enjoy riding through Arcadia just because I have, you know, sentimental attachment and all that. I really enjoyed riding around this town as a kid on a bicycle, so now I get to ride the streets once in a while on a motorcycle, and it hasn't changed much at all. And I did get to sub here one day this year. That was fun. Actually, that was one of my more enjoyable subbing experiences. Everything's finally green and looking good. We've had enough green. There ought to be some green out here. I set that woods on fire when I was a kid. Not something I'm proud of, but I did it. Smokey Bear wasn't very proud of me either. Continue to speed now. It might take me longer to get to the lake. Faustoria, or as my cousin calls it, Faux Troy. Here we ride underneath the old NKP, the Nickel Plate Road. first tracks on the Nickel Plate Road were laid in Arcadia, Ohio, out to Macomb, Ohio. Fact of history. Those tracks were started in 1888. 1888. And if I'm wrong, I don't think I'm wrong. I'm not wrong, I'd be mistaken. Never wrong. Yep, and there's a train. That's why I went under the tracks and not over them. Another little fact of history. That little shop right there, where it says Shannon Watkins, used to be my wife's shop. So if you've never heard of C.W. McCall, you're missing out on some fun music. Most people know him for doing Convoy, but he has a lot of fun songs to listen to. Some of them are quite hilarious. One of them, one of my favorites, is Wolf Creek Pass. But he also did four-wheel drive. Let's see. I can remember the name. I can remember the songs, but I can't always remember the names of them. He does a lot of songs about up in the Rockies, and a few songs from. Oh, he does Old Home Filler Up, Keep On Trucking Cafe. That's actually the name of the song. It's about a cafe in Nebraska, which is, or Iowa, sorry, Iowa. He said he grew up in Audubon, southwest Iowa, right where at Audubon, next to the Nation of Ottomar River. And I have been there and seen that. He says it's a yard wide and a foot deep. All parts of the lines from some of his songs. He had him a four-wheel drive with overdrive. Smokey had him a Ford. He had a four-pot car. Stroke Ford. Smokey had a Ford. He had a CJ5 with a four-wheel drive sitting out back of the jail. Yep, that's how that song goes, man. Go check him out. C.W. McCall. Fun music. But Wolf Creek Pass is probably one of my favorites. Me and Earl take a load of chickens down Wolf Creek Pass to Pagosa Springs, Colorado. In a 1948 Peterbilt. Another couple of good songs, fun songs anyway, are Blackbird Mine and Al Packer. Old Al Packer was a real bone cracker. Both real people, real places. Alfred Packer is accused of taking a party of hikers up in the Rockies back in the 1800s. And then he reappeared by himself without the party of hikers that he took up there, and well, you listen to the song and you'll find out what happened. No. Always got to look for Willie. You never know where that boy's going to show up. Shall I slalom through the barrels? Yeah, I don't think so either. Coach, I want to go. Boy, it'd be a nice day at Cedar Point today. You know, there'd be so many people there, you wouldn't be able to get a ride for 2 hours. Be there for 6 and ride 3 rides. No, thank you. I'd rather go on a Wednesday or Thursday or whatever, sometime during the week when nobody else is there. Well, it's not completely true, but you know what I'm saying. Not like this weekend. Yeah, boy. Away we go. Let's go down to our coffee corner and get some coffee. Then we'll go out to Marblehead. There it is, our coffee corner. At Harbor Landing, or Harbor Light Landing. Harbor Light Landing. Yeah, like that. Alright, so I'm going in, see what's up. that is our coffee corner. It is one of my favorite coffee shops, and it's probably my favorite coffee shop outside of Findlay. As you know, Fort Findlay still holds a wonderful dear spot in my heart. So since I started rating coffee shops when I did the trip to Xenia to Courthouse Coffee, I'll rate this one, but it's pretty easy rating. It's 10 out of 10. Why? Well, why is it my favorite? Because the coffee's always good, service is excellent, friendly, always welcoming. The owner was even in there today. She says, I think there's co-owners, but she welcomed me and thanked me for being there. Yep. He knows a good bike when he sees it. So yeah, I love it. I love their teapots. I think those things are cool. Very unique. You don't see that in a lot of places, you know. They're diverse. They have, you know, they have the Bloody Mary bar for those who are interested in that. They've got all kinds of coffees, all kinds of teas. I haven't tried everything there, but, you know, the summer is quite young. I will be back. Here we go to the lighthouse.